Okay. As I said earlier, can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, Odette, we can see your screen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. So today's session would be Time is Precious, Benefits of being an SPE Student Member. So my name is Odette Achu, and I'm the Secretary for SPE Student Member. And I'll also be your moderator for today's session. So we would like to set some ground rules for this session. Please, if anyone joins, please kindly mute yourself and switch off your cameras. So our program outline for today we'll start with the opening address, then we'll introduce our speaker, who then presents on the topic, and we'll take some questions and answers. So at this point, I'd like to invite our faculty advisor, Mr. Justice John Owusu, to give us the opening address, if he is on the phone.
Yeah, Odette, thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
okay. So, on behalf of teaching chapter of the SPE, it is my pleasure to warmly welcome you all, especially the first years from various universities across the country. As you heard, my name is Justice John Owusu, the FA of Tokari Technical University. Thank you all for joining this meeting. It sounds like there's a noise at the background. Kindly mute your mics. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you all for joining this Zoom gathering, particularly to the new members who are joining us. You are joining a group that is associated to an industry that powers the world, that drives the economy, and provides technical and leadership challenges of our time. The new ones, you are entering into a community. The SPE, the Society of Petroleum Engineers, is not just about oil and gas. It's about energy, innovation, sustainability, and the future. As first years, you might be wondering, what is my role in SPE? How can I connect? And how do I start building my networks? I believe that is the reason why we are gathered here, to hear how we can get all these things done. SPE is your platform to grow, to learn, and to lead. To all freshers, all first years, get curious, ask questions, and engage. And remember, every expert in the field, in the industry, once sat where you are today. Thank you all, and let's have a great meeting. Long live SPE. Long live the spirit of engineering excellence in Ghana. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Okay, Georgette. Hello, others.
Hello, Odette. Okay, so I'm sure Odette's network is.
Hello.
Yeah. Others, we are done.
Sorry about that. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So we'll move on with introducing our speaker. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Richard
Professor.
Professor Dr. Richard Amorin. So these are brief introduction about our speaker. Our speaker is an associate professor at the Department of Petroleum and Natural Gas Engineering at UMass. He's also the current section chair of the SPE Ghana section. He has close to 15 years of community service, teaching and research experiences in the field of petroleum and natural gas engineering. His research usually focuses on drilling optimization, oil and gas gathering, transportation, storage and usage, and HSE. He has 53 technical papers to his credit. He is a co-author of the 2033 Africa Science Leadership Program, Future Africa. He is also the recipient of the Society of Petroleum Engineers SPE 2019 Africa Regional Distinguished Achievement Award for Petroleum Engineering Faculty, and also the 2023 and 2024 SPE Ghana Outstanding Faculty Member of the Year. So, without much ado, please help me welcome Professor Richard Amorin to take us through the presentation.
Yeah,
Hello.
thank you very much, Odette, and thank you, Mr. Justice, for also giving us that interesting introduction remarks. And SPETTU Student Chapter, we are also grateful that you are hosting today's event, and all fresh students and continuous students who are on the call, we welcome everybody. To make the presentation a bit engaging and diverse, I have 4 people who will be assisting me with the presentation. They will be giving us about 3-4 minutes, let me say a summary of what they have benefited for joining SPE. So I want to hear a bit of their life story, how joining SPE has really benefited them. In no particular order, I would want to start with Yasmin. If Yasmin is on the call, Yasmin, you can give us your version as to how SPE has helped you to advance in your career.
Hello, Prof. Good evening, everyone. Can I be heard?
Yes, please go.
Okay. Good evening once again, and Prof, thank you for the opportunity to present. Trying to share my screen, but I am unable to do so because the host has disabled attendee screen sharing. Hello? Okay. I'm sharing now. Can you kindly confirm that you can see my screen? Okay. Once again, thank you, Prof, for the opportunity to share a bit about what I've gained from SPE. So I joined SPE as a student member of the University of Mines and Technology in 2022 in my second year, and I'm currently a young professional still in SPE. So in my journey with SPE, I have picked up a lot of things and then I've learned so much. So just starting with my learning and leadership exposure, SPE has helped me plan my first ever career fair in Newmart, and which this was the first planned by the School of Petroleum Studies school in the university. And also during our 10th anniversary 2 years ago, I was able to also plan and lead an interfaculty meet and greet, which brought together different faculties to just share what we do in our various faculties. Also had the opportunity to attend multiple field trips to various service companies in the oil and gas industry to learn more about their operations. So we had field trips to Awesome, Baker Hughes, and Gensa Energy, just to mention a few. Also, I had the opportunity to attend the 2024 BICE, was a conference that will be organized this year as well. And then this also helped me to learn a lot and also meet the SPE president and people from SPE globally, which really impacted my professional journey. Moving on, I've been able to gain national and regional exposure by participating in the international and national Petro Bowl. My team actually won the 2023 and 2025 Petro Bowl competition. That's within the national level. Also, I earned the award of the most outstanding student member in 2024, and my chapter also won the most outstanding student chapter. Beyond that, SP also gave me my first international exposure during the International Petroleum Technology Conference in 2024, where I had the opportunity to go to Saudi Arabia to represent the SP community in Ghana and Africa as well. During this conference, I had the opportunity to participate in a challenge organized by SLB Saudi Arabia, and my team won. So, from the picture there, we had various members from different countries. So this really exposed me to the international part of things and also helped me to connect with a lot of energy leaders worldwide. As through SP2, I've been able to volunteer at the community level by attending various Energy for Me outreaches, engaging students at the senior and junior high school level and teaching them about the energy industry and also helping to guide them towards prospects of careers. Also, we had the opportunity to donate to the orphanage in our community during university and also engage in a community cleanup exercise. Beyond all this, transitioning to a young professional was made easy because I had this exposure to the industry and people, working with people. It really boosted my team working skills. A lot of my soft skills I gained in university because of SP. So my transition was actually smooth. So I currently work in Talo Ghana Limited. I did my national service last year and then I'm completing a contract with Talo. Also, I had the opportunity to meet and network with various members of SP, student members, young professional, and actual members. And then SP has really exposed me to a lot of things, as I've just rightly said. So I would encourage everyone to take the bold step and join SP and be active in SP. It will really go a long way to help everyone here. So SP is a place to learn, grow, and get involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Yasmin. You forgot to say that your travel was fully sponsored.
Yes,
Um,
please. It was fully sponsored by the organizers.
Great. So thank you. Maybe you can unshare so that we will also pick from okay, we'll pick Justice first, then we'll come to Daniel. So Justice, if you are ready, 3, maybe 4 minutes.
Sure, Prof. Sounds great. Hi, Prof. Can you please share the slides for me, please?
So can if you are not speaking, can you mute yourself? And again, can you off your videos so that at least we have a very good streaming section? All right. Thank you. Yes, yes, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you, Prof, for the slides. Good evening, everyone. My name is Justice Appiah Nyama. I graduated from the University of Mines and Technology in 2018. Currently, I'm affiliated to Washington University in St. Louis as a graduate student reading energy, environmental, and chemical engineering. And today, I'm very happy to be here with you to share how SPE has benefited me. And I always say this everywhere I stand, that whatever I've achieved so far, even though it's not much, I attribute over 80% to my joining of SPE. So I joined SPE in 2018 when I was an undergraduate student, and it's been an amazing journey so far. Okay, so in 2020, I was nominated to be the vice president for the SPE UMA chapter, and I transitioned to be the membership chair in 2021. And also, I was part of the Petrobol team, which really helped me a lot in my career so far as a scholar and as a professional. Prof, next screen. Yes. So I would like to categorize how SP has benefited me in four ways. First of all, for leadership and team coordination. Initially, I was so academic centered that I was only focusing on book. But then, with the help of SPE, I was able to build my soft skills like communication, stakeholder engagement, and all that, which has been very, very beneficial to me in my career so far and has helped me achieve a lot when it comes to scholarships and fellowships. Because most of these opportunities, it goes beyond just your CGP or your CWA. And so I deem it a very great privilege to be a member of SPE. And also, SPE has given me a very great technical confidence beyond coursework, because you realize that the number of years you are going to spend in school is very finite, in that you have about 3 to 4 years to complete your coursework. And so most of the things you will not be taught in class. So through SP, I joined the Petrobol team. And I think most of you may know about Petrobol. You have to learn outside your syllabus or what you are being taught in the classroom. And so it really exposed me to a lot that wouldn't be typically taught in the classroom. And also, it also exposed me to industry standards, because most of these things they are not taught in the classroom. But through SPE and then Petrobol, I was able to really learn some of these things. And also, it's really helped me build a very strong professional identity. There's this program in SPE called SPE e-mentoring. I would say it's been a very fantastic catalyst to my development. Through the SPE mentoring section, I was connected to a very senior reservoir engineer at Chevron in Australia, who has been very supportive of my career. So I would say it's been an amazing journey, and you joining SPE, trust me, it's going to really benefit you. And I wish I had more time to talk about some of these things, but then I would want to. So, what has SPE enabled so far? So, as I said, I was a member of the Petrobol team at UMAT, and because of this, I had the opportunity by virtue of our training to join the UMass Gas Challenge team, which we won in 2021. And I'm sorry to say this, but TTU, we beat you somewhere 2021 to go to the finals, and I'm very sorry to remember you of that or remind you of that. So we won in 2021, and I would say almost all the key contestants, myself inclusive, we were all SPE Petrobo members, and so it contributed a lot to our victory. Yes, and also through SPE, by virtue of me being a student leader in the past, vice president, and also the membership chair, it helped me getting into lots of top schools. For instance, I've had opportunity to get into Washington University in St. Louis, and I remember in my time, they picked for my program. They picked two people, and I was the only one from Africa to have been selected with a full scholarship, and it was an amazing journey. And it's not that I had a perfect CGP or a perfect CW, even though I had a first class. My advisor mentioned that it wasn't just my academics that got me in and then got me those offers, but then it was my extracurricular activities, of which SPE played a key role. That was what really distinguished me from the other applicants. I've also had the opportunity to get into Oxford, which is the #1 university in the world. I've gotten into Cambridge, Johns Hopkins, LSC, that's London School of Economics, and the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, all on full scholarships. So I would entreat you to really take SPE serious. And I must say this again, most of the opportunities you are going to get um, after your degree, it goes beyond just you having good grades. Achieve good grades as much as you can, but then most of the opportunities you are going to get, they are going to be from the leadership opportunities you are going to get. And I must say, we all can be student leaders, right? But then if, say, you contribute in any way to the growth of SPE TTU chapter, trust me, you can add to your CV, and it's going to really create lots of opportunities for you. So most of the opportunities I've gotten so far, I don't even credit it to having a first class honors, because I know everybody can have a first class honors, but then leadership and also being affiliated to a professional body like SP is what has really made a difference for me. And so SP also exposed me to other alternative energy sources. For instance, I did petroleum engineering for my bachelor's, and for petroleum, mostly you are focusing typically on the upstream sector. So basically upstream mostly, and then sometimes midstream and then downstream. But then because I was part of the Petrol Bowl team through SPE, I had to read beyond what I was being taught in the classroom. And so it exposed me to other other technology. For instance, currently I'm focused on combustion and then carbon capture and storage. Most of these things you might not be taught in the classroom, but then through SPE, I had a chance to read, and it really helped me. It's really helped me in my career so far. And also, SP has helped me win lots of global fellowship, and then I've been involved in some policy engagement, which you'll be seeing so very soon. So these are some of the selected emphasis on selected. I could have, if I decide to talk about all the recognition so far. I mean, we are going to close like tomorrow, and I also want to take this opportunity to thank Prof. Amorin. He's been very supportive of my journey so far through SPE. And so most of this section of my presentation is dedicated to Prof. Amorin. I credit everything to him because he's really been a very wonderful mentor. So in 2024, I was selected as a Malcolm McBean Scholar by Malcolm McBean Scholars in Canada. And that was in 2024. And I think I was the first person from UMA to have been selected for that. And in 2025, that was last year, I was selected as a delegate for the World Bank Youth Summit in Washington. And also in somewhere last year as well, I was selected as a COP30 simulation fellow, which was a very wonderful experience. And I remember I was the only Ghanaian selected among 200 fellows from over 2,300 global applicants. And I was also a GMPC scholar when I was an undergrad. And then I've also reviewed for the US State Department India Mandela Washington Fellowship and then Community Solutions Program. And then whole lots of our. So most of these, in fact, all of these achievements, I would say SP was the catalyst. And it's been an amazing journey so far, because if I'm to write for maybe a grant or a fellowship or a scholarship, I have a lot to talk beyond my grades, because everybody can have a first class and it's 4.0 or 100%, 100, let's say 100% CWA or whatever. But then not everybody would have, these leadership experience or being affiliated to to a body like SP. And I must say, you being freshers, you have an opportunity to start very early. Some of us, we started, even though I wished I had started some of these things before that, but then I would really encourage you that you have 4 years ahead of you, and please make use of SPE TTU chapter. Thank you. And if you want to connect, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. The name is Justice Appiah. Thank you, Prof.
Yeah, thank you very, very much for that wonderful presentation. The only problem is that if you give a professor or a preacher, man or woman, a limited time, is usually a challenge. So I understand. We are grateful. Yeah, we also have Daniel to share something with us. He is our membership chair. Daniel, if you are ready.
Hello, Prof.
Yes, please.
Okay. Good evening to you all. If I may share my screen, so far the stories that I've heard about how SP has impacted everyone's career and personal life has been very inspiring, and I hope my little bits will also inspire you and then encourage you to be active in SP and also diligently contribute towards the growth of the section. So if I may share my screen. Is my screen visible, please? Hello.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Richard Amorin, for this exclusive opportunity to share how the Society of Petroleum Engineers has impacted my young career. So I also joined SPE as an undergrad at the University of Energy and Natural Resources, studying a BSc in petroleum engineering. And for me, to sum it all up, I'll say that SB is a catalyst for growth for both students and professionals in the oil and gas sector. It is like it provides this growth enabling environment for you to thrive, and also more important for you to gain the requisite skills and then also the insights that you need to thrive in an industry such as ours. So just based on these four key points, I'll elaborate more on them. I'll highlight how it has benefited me through the technical and industry exposure, through professional growth, and then also the global networking opportunities that it has given me. So joining SP through an undergrad to now, I've been able to gain access to a wealth of resources that have enriched my knowledge in the oil and gas industry. And as stated earlier by those who spoke first, what you are taught in the classroom is also comprehensive, but it is not everything that your lecturer will be able to tell you. But then through volunteering through SP and then also actively participating in conferences both locally and globally, you gain this technical exposure about key areas and especially trends regarding a key industry such as ours. I would say that most of the things that I've learned regarding key trends such as the energy transition, natural gas as a transition fuel, CCUS and all that has been through SPE conferences and SPE technical webinars and then also paper writings. So moving forward to the professional growth through volunteering, I have the opportunity to serve at the helm of affairs currently as the membership chairperson for the SP Ghana section and also as a communications officer with the SP Africa region, and this year as programs committee coordinator for the SP Africa Technology Conference 2026. Throughout all these leadership roles and volunteering experience, I've had the opportunity to hone my skills that have helped me to progress in my professional career. Skills spanning from communications, to leadership, to business development, to human relations, all these pertinent skills that are necessary for a thriving career. I've been able to gain them through volunteering with SPE. And I must say that I started my industry experience as an operations personnel, oil terminal operations specifically with the Timafo company. And this was pure operations role. But then through volunteering with SPE, I was able to pick up key skills regarding more administrative role and also business development roles. And then along the line, I was able to transition from pure operations role to key roles such as marketing and then also business development, owing to my volunteering of SPE. So that is a really key thing that SPE has done regarding my professional career. And then also regarding global networking and career advancement, I've had the opportunity to take part in key SPE conferences, both locally, such as the SPE Ghana Pies, with the 2026 one happening in May, and then Africa region level one, such as the SPE NICE, and then the SPE Africa Technology Conference, which is also going to be happening this year. During those events, I was able to connect with global leaders that on a normal day, you wouldn't be able to just go to their office to meet them or just meet them to have key discussions about the industry with. So that is the bridge that SPE offers for students and also professionals. It connects you to the high profiles or the decision makers in the industry. And then another one has been with the industry impacts that SPE has given me through the skills and the insight that I've gained through SPE. I've been able to apply them to my current role as a research and development officer of the Chamber of All Marketing Companies, where I've provided key support to over 200 OMCs or IE all marketing companies on key areas such as their pricing analysis, key issues such as floor prices, and then also national petroleum consumption issues. So moving forward, okay, so briefly, these are just some of the conferences that I've attended and then some of the networks that I've been able to make through SPE. The first one was in Tanzania, the SPE Africa Technology Conference that was hosted in May 2025. I was able to meet board members of SPE, including the SPE International CEO, Mr. Simon Seaton, board members such as Madam Sushma Ban, who is the Technical Director for Data Science and Engineering Analytics. And it just didn't end there. Meeting these people at the conference in Tanzania and then having constructive discussions with them, I was able to host a webinar in November and December for members of the SPE Ghana session, for them to hear from these board members directly and the plans that SPE has for its members. I was able to meet key industry leaders such as Mr. Victor Ekpenyon, the CEO of Kenyon International, Tanzania section chair, and then our very own YP chair right here. So basically, SPE is the catalyst for growth for you, whether you're a student or a professional. And as a young fresher in the university pursuing an oil and gas related course and an SPE member, I'll admonish you to really be diligent in SPE. Don't just be part of the platforms, but be actively involved and endeavor to also contribute your quota. SPE gives you the platform to be visible to real industry decision makers, and that goes a long way to save you even after school. So with that being said, if you're on the call and you have not officially joined SPE, I'll admonish you to just scan the QR code and then follow the process to join. So thank you once again, Professor Richard Amorim, for this session opportunity to present to the students regarding how SPE has immensely benefited my career. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Daniel. Very grateful for sharing your experiences with us. The last but not the least will be Joel. Joel, if you can also take us through how SPE has benefited you.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof, for this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. Let me quickly share my screen. Okay, I think, yeah. Okay, please, I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Joel Sechimensa, and I'm currently the Deputy Student Liaison Chair for SPE Ghana. And I'm also a board member of the SPE International Research and Development Technical Session. I also happen to be the project lead for UMAT Robotics. And I'm going to talk about how SPE has benefited me and the role SPE has played in contributing to serving on these various platforms. So walking you through my journey, I first joined SPE as a student in 2018, but I wasn't too active. I only became an active member in 2021 by virtue of joining the robotics competition. And since then, I've served extensively. And I remember in 2022, I served as a panel member for vetting student officers in UMAT in 2022. And I also happened to participate in the maiden edition of GH Buys in 2022. So through SPE, I got the opportunity to build all these software skills. My presentation will be very brief. So my colleagues have talked more on other benefits. So I'll link it to some of the activities in SPE. So SPE has a lot of activities, including robotics, petrobol, startup village, and all that. So these particular experiences or events are dedicated to help build you as a student and also expose you to the oil and gas industry. It also gives you the opportunity to explore the industry for yourself and know where exactly you want to niche, or for you to know where exactly is meant for you. Yep. So first of all, talking about my robotics experience, it gave me the global exposure. I had the opportunity to participate and present at the 2025 SPIDC Drilling Conference in Stavanger, Norway, and this was fully funded. And apart from global exposure, it gives you the opportunity to publish your findings or your results or your research. So from SPE, I have about 3+ publications from one Petro alone. So that is one Petro is also a very high reputable journal. So that gives you a lot of plus when you are making any application or when you're applying to something. I've also had the opportunity to network with people all over the world. And as you can see, I was able to network with people from Germany, Europe. I've been able to network with, top people within the drilling industry in terms of I even had the opportunity to interact with the board of directors for SPE, some of the board of directors for the previous administration, like um, the technical director for drilling, Robin McMillan, and other um, very huge dignitaries. And again, to SPE will give you the platform to stay abreast with the current trends in the industry. So I was able to participate when I went to Norway. I was able to participate in the DUIS, which is the Drilling Wells Interoperability System. It's something new that the industry is developing to handle interoperability issues. So by me being part of SPE, it gave me the opportunity to participate and see how we can accelerate automation in the oil and gas industry. And I was also able to participate in the DSAT Art and Symposium, and that gave me an idea of what to expect in terms of automation in the next few years. So having these set of skills when you are trying to transition into the industry, you know what you're about, you know what you are doing. Or if you want to transition into research, you know that this is where the industry is heading towards, and I need to adjust myself accordingly to suit what the industry is going to need in the next few years. Yep, so these are a few benefits that you can gain from SPE. But other benefits also includes the opportunity to explore the energy field as a student. You get the opportunity to, there are lots of webinars that do happen in SPE. You get the opportunity to engage in various activities from various value chains of the oil and gas industry. And SPE has proven a track record of providing internship and job opportunities. So yeah, let me put a disclaimer. Probably you might not have a job opportunity or an internship opportunity from SPE. That is fine. But you should know that SPE will help you transition into someone who has been able to build value, who can attract opportunities. So if you are not able to get the internships or the jobs, don't focus on that. You can really focus on how you can leverage on SPE to build value so that you can attract some of these opportunities. And again, SPE gives the opportunity to volunteer. So my volunteering experience started during my undergraduate studies, and I started gradually. I was able to volunteer at the local level. Now I've moved from the local level to the national level to an international level. So I currently serve as a deputy student liaison chair for SPE Ghana, which is at the national level. And now I serve as a board member for the SPE International Research and Development Technical Session. So, I mean, it gives you the visibility, the opportunity to be seen. It helps you build your hard and soft skills. It helps you build your resume. And I would like to conclude lastly with my experiences with robotics. And robotics has really positioned me for a lot of opportunities and recognition. And currently, we've been able to build robotics to the extent that right now we have the global reputation. I think recently there was a post on LinkedIn and I got a lot of recommendations. People were, highlighting, some of the things I've done. And all these things, people will not see it if I decide will not see it if I didn't volunteer or if I wasn't an active member in SPE. So I believe joining SPE is going to give you a lot of opportunities. It's going to give you a lot of rooms to develop. And this is my story, and I would encourage you to join. And I would also like to thank Prof. Amarin for his support. Prof. Amarin has been very, very, very supportive, especially in regards to robotics and helping us in various aspects coming up. So I want to also use this opportunity to express my gratitude to Professor Richard Amorin for the opportunities and everything he has done for me. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Another professor, so he took like 10 minutes. So we have barely 12 minutes left to end the section. So let me quickly, but thank you all for sharing your experiences with us. We are grateful that you could share that with us. Quickly, let me see if I can do some 5 minutes as well. All right. So SPE started in Ghana somewhere 2016. And currently the student population as at end of last year was around 1,713. So those who have really registered or renewed their membership, that's the figure. The professional level, we are around 400. So the SPE community actually helps to link the members to stakeholders, operators, service companies, regulators. So it's a place that you should be. It's a place that at least it's able to bridge the gap, academia and industry. So it's a very good platform for all of us, including you freshers, to keep connecting to the industry that really matters. So it prepares students for the oil and gas and energy transition space and also builds industry-ready graduate. By the time you are out, you're almost ready to enter any space because of the exposure that SPE offers. Membership is free for students. Chevron pays your dues at the international level, so you don't have to pay any dues at the international level to become a member. But at the local level, on campuses, sometimes you need to support the chapters to run the activities with some coins. Let me put it that way. If they are taking any dues at all, not so much. So students, when we break the members into two, students and professionals. Students, we are here. We receive mentoring from mentors or mentees, from mentors, sorry. Then scholarships are there, fellowships are there, Petrol Bowl contest is also there, student paper contest, among others. And we are able to connect with the professionals through networking events, such as the conferences that were mentioned by our earlier speakers. Because it's a gathering point, we all meet together, we connect, we share ideas, we exchange contacts, and who knows, those people you engage may be the ones that may open the industry door for you to get employment. So you also get access to unlimited technical papers. You can get a lot of the stuffs you are being taught in school. The way ahead, you can get some information, Petro Wiki, One Petro, you can get a lot of technical papers from that site for free by virtue of being a student. So usually your faculty advisor would have to subscribe your school so that you get to download free papers for your technical paper or your project work or your research work. You can get a lot of that from there. So again, exposure, internships, attachments, career talks by professionals, CV writing, how to get your CV ready, interviews. In fact, there are a lot of packages that you get as a student member, right? So again, some of the things that you get as a student or you get to participate in as a student, Petrol Bowl contests. So again, you get to meet other people, minded people, so you can connect with. Student paper contest, ambassador lecture, where a professional goes to the various chapters to engage them on special topics. Mentoring. So you get connected to industry professionals, so they mentor you along the way. Career pathway fairs, scholarships, there are many of them. Robotics mentioned already. SPE Connects, usually they usually discuss a lot of technical issues at the SPE Connect as well. You also get to volunteer and become part of the League of Volunteers. The scholarships currently, even at our local level, we have the Mr. Ato Edu Scholarship that went to 3 students this year. So they are being supported. Then we have the Victor Ekpenyong Scholarship, also for African region. And that is, I believe you've seen it on most of the platforms already. So if you think you are qualified for that scholarship, you are a needy person but brilliant, smart, you can apply for that. You can also go to the SPE. Mute your mic if you are not speaking into the meeting. You can also go to the SPE website. There are a series of scholarship portals there. You can go through and see the ones that you are qualified for and apply. So again, they spoke about the mentorship thing. So we've already called for mentors and mentees. So that is also an opportunity to get connected. Exposure, numerous. So again, just December, these 3 students emerged as the top 3 students whose papers went through the technical paper presentation. So they will be presenting at BICE in May as well. And of course, their papers would also be submitted to Kenya. They will be hosting the Africa Student Paper Contest. So they will be representing all of us. Again, somewhere, I don't remember the year, but is it 2022 or 23? The most outstanding or the top undergraduate paper contest winner. And the gentleman on the right, he won the postgraduate for Africa. So they traveled to US to represent all of us. And if you look at the picture in the middle, if you look at the picture in the middle, this was the local content conference, and this is the CEO for Petroleum Commission and current student of UMatt, very close to the CEO, former student. So you get to meet industry people, you connect with them. Who knows what may happen next? So again, the platform SPE offers you the platform to become a leader, sharpens your leadership skills and also your managerial skills, which is good for you. It enriches your CV. So as Justice was speaking, he mentioned that it was mostly based on the things that he did for SPE that really enriched his CV so that he was able to stand out among the others. All right. So final call, if you've not registered yet, please make sure, as our membership chair projected, make sure you scan the QR code or go to the website, talk to your chapter officers, let them register you, become part of SPE today, build a future that really matters. So thank you so much. I didn't expect us to go beyond 6. So if you have questions, maybe we'll try to see how many of them we can take. Thank you very much, Odette. Thank you for the opportunity, TTU chapter, for hosting the section.
Prof, we would like to say a very big thank you for being our speaker for today and introducing us to Yasmin, Justice, Daniel, and Joel, and also telling us how SP can benefit us as students. And we'd also like to thank Yasmin, Justice, Daniel, and Joel for sharing their experiences with us, because I personally am inspired, and I also know that my freshers are motivated to be more involved in SPE activities. And hopefully we'll follow in your footsteps, and SPE will do what they have done to you guys for us too. As they said, SPE is a catalyst. So at this point, we would like to take 5 questions from our freshers or anyone who would like to ask questions. Please, does anyone have a question?
Hello. Yes, please. I have a question, please.
Okay.
Yeah, so my first question is SPE for only petroleum and then oil and gas students? If no, then my follow-up question, if you are not a petroleum or oil and gas student, what contribution can you contribute to SPE? And then what benefit can you derive since you are not a student of petroleum students or oil and gas students? That's my question, please.
All right. Thank you so much for your question. SPE is not only for people reading petroleum or petroleum-related programs. It is the society where people come together to work in the space of oil and gas. So we have accountants, we have lawyers, we have human resource managers, we have environmentalists. Every program you are reading you have a space to work in the oil and gas sector. So it's not only limited to those reading core petroleum and gas or related programs. Any program you are reading, so far as you can work in any space in the oil and gas sector, you are more than qualified to be part of SPE. As to where you can play a role, it depends your should I say your professionalism. Though it may change if you want to change that later, but it depends on your background, what you've done. That would try to shape where you are supposed to be. So that is the little I can say for now. As for the opportunities, they are there. Depending on your field, you get a right space where you can network very well to really improve upon what you do.
Okay, please, I have a question.
Please go
Hello.
ahead.
Okay, so my question is the benefits that was discussed with us, is it that only the executives at the student chapter that is going to get that benefit? If no, then there are some other students who have low self-esteem, who can't come up and go for positions that they can attend seminars and all those workshops that will be held for the executives. So how are those particular students going to be identified and help them improve their confidence level so that they can also enjoy those kind of benefits that you are talking about?
Yeah, so thank you very much. It's rather unfortunate that most of the people who spoke maybe were once upon a time leaders in SP, but the benefits is not for the leaders. The benefits is for everybody. So the platform is there. You would have to grab it. So if you think there is someone who needs help, so you as an SPE member, you can reach out to the person and carry the person to join. And we don't want the person to be a timid person or an introvert that much. Because when you go for interviews and the rest, they want to see something in your CV that you are not just a bookworm person. You are rounded. You have a bit of leadership skills. You have a bit of managerial skills. And some of these things is when you join student groups, right? That's where you can sharpen your skills a bit and you're able to perform very well at interview sections, among others. So it's a collective responsibility. SPE will only offer you a platform for you to upgrade, upskill, or advance in life the right way, if I'm to put it. So it's up to the individual to grab those opportunities. Who is SPE? SPE is you, SPE is me. So we will have to, at least someone came to my office today. I asked, what do you do for SP? He said, well, I've been hearing, but I don't follow them. I said, okay. What is your CW? In fact, it's not something you can even talk about. It's not good. Yet he doesn't do anything. And after school, you apply for a job, your CV is there, your class is not good, you don't have any other extracurricular activity that can, in fact, help you project yourself aside the academic knowledge. And somebody comes and there are so much things he has done as maybe SPE person, even accompanying the chapter or the section to undertake an exercise, though not even an officer. At least you add it to your CV. I joined the group. We went here, we did this, we did that. Oh, I even opted to speak at a gathering. I help people to register, not as an SPE officer or something. That helps you to enrich your CV. And once you place your CV on any desk, at least your CV will speak for you and at least isolate you among the others, to make you stand out. So that is what I can say. We need to be a bit aggressive with grabbing opportunities. It will not come as a silver platter where you just go and you grab, take it, or it will come and fall on your tongue for you to lick. No, you would have to make the move. Yeah. Any more? I see a hand up. Emmanuel.
Yes, sir. I was the one who asked the first question. Yeah, so
Okay.
I've been an SPE member, I think, for the past 2 years. And then I think I saw a post on the group for a field trip. Unfortunately, I couldn't partake due to health reasons. But this is my suggestion. I'll be looking forward to see more of this so that we too can join to enrich our CVs like I said, because very soon we also be leaving the school. So this one is a kind of suggestion.
Well, if I got you, well, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, Emmanuel, thank you for your question and suggestion. We'll definitely look into that and work on it. Thank you again, everyone, and thank you again, Prof. We are very grateful for being our speaker for this session.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we'd like to end the session, so have a good evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, thank you, my honorable speakers. I'm grateful. Let me also quickly, though you've ended the section, let me quickly mention that for the buys, you can also volunteer to assist as an usher or something. It's all go a long way to enrich your CV. And remember, it's a gathering that most of the professionals will be there. So you also get an opportunity to interact with them. And again, when those opportunities are offered, don't go asking for jobs. You need to establish the network first. Like that relationship has to be there, right? And when you connect with a person, don't be sending messages like, hi, I'm just checking on you. That is also not your responsibility. All right. When you network, you need to ask maybe the focus area of the person, and if there are certain recommended activities that he or she would want you to be doing to also empower yourself. If there's any assignment he or she is having that you can take some on and do on his or her behalf, at least you start building the relationship. So after school, when you say, oh, you are looking for a job or you need a space for service, the person knows your capabilities. So the person will even recommend that his company should engage you. So that is the best way to start networking with the professionals, and don't just go asking for a job at the very beginning. Yeah.
Okay, Prof. Prof, please, how do we volunteer to join the BICE conference?
Oh, usually you just have to, there is always a channel, right? Either you talk to your faculty advisor, who is also under the um, academic faculty committee. So, and those people, of course, they are reps on the committee. You can always send a message across. Oh, I want to be a volunteer. You just find a way to make sure that it gets to the planners, right? Just send it to maybe your chapter presidents that you want to be a volunteer at this section or this gathering, definitely they'll gather everything. They know exactly who to push those informations to.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, Prof. Hello, Prof.
Please, we
Is your
can
name
hear you.
Techno?
Prof, can you hear me?
Is your name Techno? KLS?
No, this is Lord TTU.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, on behalf of my team, Professor Hinwa and the chair, Dr. Stephen Ajay, we want to say thank you for being with the freshers. I think it's been an impactful program, very educative and encouraging one, yeah, for the freshers and even the continuing students as well. So we would want more of today's program. Yes, thank you a lot.
Thank you too for hosting us.
You're welcome.
We are grateful for all that you do for SPE. We are grateful.
Thank you, Prof.
All right. Thank you, and do enjoy a wonderful weekend.